So today I had time to do a quick YouTube video. Got a couple of days off of work to do it. So I was going to do one of the deduction stories that I was talking about earlier. And it seems like I should just probably start with the first one where I began, but I'm going to tell a bit about myself first. I've always been good at deduction. My father was a deductionist before I was, and so I had always been learning deduction kind of, but I didn't really start into deduction until I was about 13 years old, and I watched the young Sherlock Holmes movie. And ironically enough, that's the movie that got me interested in deduction as studying it. So then from the time I was 13 to about 17, I was doing deduction for a while. And then I made the mistake of letting it go. Something got in the way, and I let deduction go for a couple of years. And then in November of 2016, I got back into deduction and started following deductionists on YouTube, like Sharon for Learn to Deduce, The Art of Deduction, Observe Entertainment, and through them I was able to regain my deductive reasoning again. Because when you stop deduction for a couple of years, even for a couple of weeks apparently, you lose it all. If you don't use it, you lose it. So that brings me to one of my points that I wanted to bring out. One of the tips is that just make deductions every day. Have a goal of making deductions every day. If you're going to shop in the store, take deductions. If you're at work and people are passing by all the time, just make a few deductions every day about people, and it'll keep it fresh in your mind. So I started in November again, and it's about 5 months later, 6. I'm better now than I was when I was practicing deduction before. So I've come a long way. Roughly 7 years with breaks in between. So the deduction story that I'm telling would be the first time I actually used deduction for a purpose, I guess. And it would be an abuse case that I worked on. It's not a long story. I wanted to keep this one brief. I don't have a lot of time to film this video, and I still have to edit it after this. But I'm gonna leave some details out to keep certain people safe. A woman that I knew, an older woman, had gotten remarried after her previous marriage, and her current husband began abusing her, and she wasn't going to tell anyone willingly that she was being abused. But I recognized one day that she was overusing amounts of makeup to disguise the abuse, to cover it, even in places that you wouldn't normally wear makeup. And because of that, I was able to determine that she was being abused, and I took the situation to her sons, and together, me and her sons worked together to build a case against her husband. And once it all came to light, she divorced him, and we got him put in a mental hospital. But it was just a simple case of paying attention, observing my surroundings, observing someone, and I was able to solve this case that wouldn't have even ever been taken care of. It would never been resolved if I hadn't just been paying attention. So that is probably tip number 2, is learn to stop and just observe things. Just pay attention to your surroundings, to people in your life, because you never know what's there to observe. Like I said, this is going to be a short video, and so I'm going to leave it there. But I wanted to give everyone an idea of the stories that I'm going to be telling on this channel about times when I've used deduction and it's benefited someone in a practical way. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's kind of an inspiration, in my opinion. I wanted to help others who are interested in deduction see how it can still be useful in the real world in a practical way. So thanks for watching, and if you're interested in this kind of content, stay tuned, and hopefully I'm going to have a little bit more up. I'm going to post the answer to the car crash deduction puzzle that I posted a couple weeks ago. I'm going to post that on Thursday, probably, I hope. And then I have another puzzle that I plan on uploading. So if you're interested in the car crash puzzle, go ahead and watch it real quick. I'll have a link in the description, and you can put in your deductions about what happened. Otherwise, the answer will be coming on Thursday, along with another deduction puzzle. So stay tuned. Have a good day.